The advantages of living in rural St. Thomas, Jamaica. Why should you consider living in rural St. Thomas, Jamaica? A lot of people are moving to rural areas because they want a slower pace, more space, and a lower cost of living. A village or small-town lifestyle is why many people are choosing to live in rural areas. Rural areas have many benefits that make them an attractive choice for those who want to live in the countryside. If you are considering moving to rural Jamaica, make sure to watch this video all the way through. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for the latest from Red Button Journal. And now for the journal. Why should you consider living in rural St. Thomas, Jamaica? Here are some reasons why you should consider it. You will have more space. You will find it easier to build your own home. There is less risk of crime. You can enjoy more natural beauty. It is cheaper than living in an urban area. There is a sense of community. What can you expect from a life in rural St. Thomas? When you think of a life in rural St. Thomas, you might picture a simple life in the country. You may imagine that there are no worries there, and everything is perfect. However, this is not always the case. There are many aspects of rural living that make it difficult for some people to adjust. Many people have trouble adjusting to life in St. Thomas because they miss the conveniences of living in a more urban area, such as supermarkets and restaurants nearby or public transportation options that are affordable and reliable. In rural Jamaica, you may be upwards of an hour away from the nearest hospital, and the roads in rural Jamaica can be in very poor condition. On the other hand, if you're willing to trade in those urban conveniences, then it can be very fulfilling to live in a rural area and enjoy the natural beauty. What is the cost of living in a rural neighborhood? Rural living is often more affordable than urban living. The cost of living in rural Jamaica is lower than that of an urban area. There are many benefits to living in a rural Jamaican community. One of the most popular reasons for people moving out to a rural area is the lower cost of living. In Jamaica, one can find that food and services are much cheaper outside of the city, and this has led many Jamaicans to move out from the city into rural communities. This has led to a population shift from urban areas to suburban and rural areas, with more people choosing to live in these areas due to their affordability, safety, and availability of natural resources such as farmland, rainforests, mountains, and reef-lined beaches. Should I consider buying property in a rural neighborhood? Buying property in a rural neighborhood is a good investment as they are generally cheaper than their urban counterparts. The downside is that there are less amenities, fewer job opportunities, and the commute can be more difficult. The other thing to consider is the cost of living in a rural area. Generally, the cost of living is lower because there are less people and businesses in the area. How to get the best deals on a home? The first step to getting the best deals on a home is avoiding hiring a real estate agent. Real estate agents are paid by the seller and they don't have your best interests in mind. Hiring a real estate agent is expensive and can cost you more than 15% of a home's value. This is because realtors are incentivized to get you to buy the most expensive house possible, which has nothing to do with what would be best for you. It's not easy to buy a home without an agent, but it can save you money if you know what you're doing. You will have to do all the legwork yourself, from finding properties for sale to negotiating with sellers and closing on the deal. But if you have time, patience, and some experience with real estate transactions, then it may be worth it for you. The benefits of living a simple life in a humble setting are endless. No matter what you're looking for, you'll find it in rural St. Thomas, Jamaica. The slower pace will help you relax, and the lower cost of living will help you save money while still having everything you need. You can have more space and build your dream home without the hassle of a big city. And finally, it is easier to keep your mind at ease with less crime and natural beauty all around you. Is rural life in St. Thomas, Jamaica right for you? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for the latest from Red Button Journal.